not go up with the weight if you can't feel the muscle group you're trying to train. Once we start going up with weight, I don't care how much weight you ideally want to lift. If you can't feel the muscle that you're training, do me a favor and scale back on the weight. Remember, it's not about moving the weight. It's about being able to keep the resistance in the area you're trying to train. It's very important to understand that. I don't want y'all just focus on. I need us to make sure that we're engaging and contracting in multiple ranges, whether that be full range, partial range. Do understand you can't use partial reps. I'm tired of y'all saying, oh, he ain't doing nothing. It's a time and a place for everything. And it's so crazy how everybody so-called knows what the fuck they talking about when it comes down to fitness and their bodies still look like shit. I get people all the time, same thing with the abs. You need to slow it down with the abs. First of all, where your abs at? Because I got abs at the end of the day. And there ain't no way around it. And it ain't from doing the shit nice and slow. Everything doesn't have to be nice and slow. You can do fast reps as well. You have slow twitch muscles. You have slow twitch muscle fibers and you have fast twitch muscle fibers. They both need to get trained. And do understand, depending on what type of training you start with or decide to go with, understand that some's gonna work those things, some not gonna work those things. But just do me a favor all in all and make sure that you're lightening up with the weight if you cannot contract the area you're trying to train. It's very important to understand. Do not go up with the weight if you can't feel the muscle group you're trying to train. Or in a scenario like this, if you're training chest and you're noticing that you don't really feel it in chest, you feel it more in shoulders. A couple things you need to pay attention to. Bring those damn elbows down, that's one, so we can stop working shoulders. Because remember, the higher these are, the more shoulders we work. And the lower these are, the more triceps and the more chest that we're engaging. And that's something that we want to engage the entire time while we're training. But the only way we can do that is if we're using the appropriate amount of weight. Very important to understand this. Another thing I want to keep in mind and give you a piggyback on is when you're doing your reps and sets. So say, for example, your program is designed for 3 sets of 12 reps. I need y'all to understand that you should only be able to do 12 reps. You shouldn't be able to do 15, that means the weight is too light. You shouldn't be able to do 20, that means the weight is too light. You want to make sure the weight complements the rep range. On top of that, let's stop taking all of these 6-7 minute rests, because all you're doing is killing time in the gym that you can utilize in order to build the body and get in the shape that you want. Because do understand, if we do 2-minute rests after each set, 5 sets, dog, that's you damn near lost 20 minutes. Damn near. Well, you actually lost 10 minutes. But if you do that 10 times, do understand you lost 20 minutes. So we do a total of 10 sets and you take 2 minutes rest after each set, that's 20 minutes that you just lost in the gym. I'm not a big fan of taking an uber amount of rest. I'm just not a big fan of that. I feel like you can get more done and challenge the body a lot harder when you keep it within that 30 second rest range and get back what you're doing. Or just superset your activities and make sure when you're supersetting, you're not doing the same exercise. You're not going from chest press to a push-up unless you're trying to exhaust that area. A great way to superset and get more out of your time is just doing the opposite muscle group. Great example is if you do pull-ups, you can superset with shoulder press because they're not going to tax each other. They're actually going to complement each other. But like I said, we're going to say that for another video. Just make sure all in all, your weight is applicable to your reps and sets. And then understand that if you can't feel the area that you're trying to train when you start moving up a weight, do me a favor and scale back on the weight. Big difference. We about to get these 85, see what they're working with. Also, don't sleep on those rest pause. I like to pause at the bottom of reps from time to time, mainly with my chest press. on that last rep. But like I said, y'all gonna see some new shit, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing a lot of the same shit, so y'all gonna see a lot of new shit on the next upcoming videos. So make sure you stay tuned.